I'm Steve Arterburn with Dr. Dave Stoop. We're the editors of the Life Recovery Bible. We're talking about Step 9. In Step 8, we made a list of the people that had received some damage from us over time. And now, here we go. We're going to make amends to those folks.
You know, the verse on this is sometimes misunderstood. And it comes from Matthew where Jesus says, if you're presenting a sacrifice at the altar and someone has something against you, leave your sacrifice there at the altar, go and be reconciled to that person, then come and offer your sacrifice to God. Sometimes people kind of tie that in with forgiveness, that somebody has something against me and I have to go and fix it. No, that I have something against someone else and I have to go fix it. This is saying, no, somebody else has a problem with you. Mm-hmm. Well, don't bother bringing your sacrifice to the altar until you've made things right. This is in Malachi too, where Malachi said, don't bother bringing your sacrifices, your burnt offerings to me. You're not treating your spouse right. So go and make things right with your spouse, then bring your offering. There's other places in the prophets where they're told, right, you're not living right. Get your life on track, and then bring your offering. And so, this is the real tough step.
Well, it's so powerful because it's essentially saying, from God, you can't be right with me if you're not right with the people that are around you.
Exactly.
And I know people that literally every day of their life they should be going back to folks and making amends to them. Mm-hmm. But this I think is one of the most, if not the most powerful step in all the 12 steps, where we're truly cleaning up the mess of our life.
Yeah, this is where I'm the offender.
Right.
I'm not the offended one. I am the offender, and I am now making things right with that person. Now, however that person responds to my efforts is a different matter, and it really isn't a part of this. This is saying, I'm taking the step. I'm doing what God expects me to do in making things right.
And when we do it, that's when we need to have a little ceremony of our own, where we say, okay, that thing that happened, that horrible thing, it's over. It's done with. I took care of it. And now I need to live my life as a forgiven person who has made restitution and not continue to beat myself up and to feel the shame of that anymore.
Yeah, this is how you break the cycle of shame is to make things right. Now, it says that also, that I do this when doing so won't cause additional harm. So there's some caution here that I need maybe somebody else to help me with to make sure that if I go back and do this, am I going to make things worse for that person? And then the other question is, what if that other person's dead? What if they've passed on? How do I make things right? And I'll often have somebody write a letter where they ask for the forgiveness and they make the amends as if the person was alive. And then, like you said, do something symbolic with that. Burn it, something that says, okay, it's finished. There's got to be some ending to it.
Right. And one final caution is that we can use this clause about not causing additional harm. We can use this as an excuse not to make amends, not to confess and to make restitution, because we can say, well, if I tell this person what I've done, it's really going to hurt them. Well, you need to really consider whether or not that hurt is going to be harmful.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, I believe 90% of the time people have the right to, or they're entitled to, the truth. Even though the truth hurts, many times it's the beginning of a new relationship where there's openness, honesty, and authenticity.
Well, that's why I think we've got to have somebody, whoever maybe we confessed our moral inventory to back in Step 5, maybe we sit down with them and say, I'm having trouble with this one, and I don't know what to do. And I get some objective input from somebody who understands what I'm doing and who will help me sort out, is it that I'm afraid I'm going to harm them, or is it somehow going to harm my reputation or something that I'm not willing to admit to.
And if it is going to cause harm, we need to make what is called a living amends. You go and you do the right thing, whether you confess or not. But I think one of the most powerful words in this step is the word direct amends. So, and when you make direct amends, it's painful, sometimes it's embarrassing, but you are going to be shocked at the powerful, positive impact it has on another person's life, including your own.
Exactly.